Hey, what's up everybody? This is Ahnaris, and I'm here today with a little bit more of an analytical approach to a game. This is going to be a Protoss versus Terran, and I'll just introduce the players real quick. We have Mikhail Evil spawning as the blue Terran in the 3 o'clock. ChiTaPrime is spawning in the 6 o'clock position. Now, this video, like I said, it's not going to be a traditional, cast that I do. I'm going to go over a pretty interesting strategy here that's kind of appeared since patch 1.2 came out. This is actually something I found on ChiTaPrime's blog, and I tried my best to interpret it based on the Google translation of Korean. Obviously, it's not going to be perfect, but I'm just going to try to go over the points here and some of the stuff that Cheetah outlined. So keep in mind, this is not my strategy. This is something from ChiTaPrime's blog, so all credit goes to him. I'm just spreading the word about it. So here we have, he's currently boosting out his probes, not too uncommon there, sitting at 11 supply. And I'm going to go ahead and spoil this for you right now. The point of this video is to show a new way that you can combat, or actually kind of an interesting way, probably not entirely new, combat the 1-1-1 build as Protoss. This is also known as the Destiny Cloud Fist build, basically 1 barracks, 1 factory, 1 starport, and you can pretty much go anywhere from there. A lot of times you'll see early Banshee harassment, maybe cloaking if they really decide to invest into it for a little while. But on the whole, it's a pretty good build for Terran players in general there. And Mikhail, he's going to make 1 or 2 mistakes throughout the game. So again, we're looking at this from ChiTaPrime's perspective, which I'll show you down here again. So this isn't really going to be an analysis so much of the Terran as it will be of the Protoss. Now, there was a pylon placed back down here, and I'm actually going to pause it for just 1 second and go over a couple things here. Number one, the advantage of throwing down the pylon back here. 2 things. First of all, obviously you're going to have a warp in position. Okay, duh. Every Protoss player knows that. Number 2, what it's going to do is it's going to force the Terran to deal with it. So how is he going to deal with that? Well, he's got a barracks coming down right now, just about complete. So the first Marine that's going to come out of this barracks isn't going to be parked here at the top of the ramp. It's going to be parked right here in the very back of the base. This means that for a short time after, you can get another scout up into the top of the ramp here. If you decide to, if you don't decide to kite it around or whatnot, probably would not be the best idea. And one more thing here, the reason he's throwing down this barracks, I think, was because the fact that he was expecting the scout to come back up here, so he wanted the probe to see, oh hey, there's a second barracks, so we're going to have some early aggression. I better prepare for that. And I think, actually, I'm pretty sure the Protoss has seen the gas. Yes, he's seen 1 gas. Alright, so anyways, that's the point of the barracks, the best of my knowledge right here, which in just a second it is canceled. There it goes. So anyways, yeah, so this pylon has 2 purposes there, so just keep that in mind whenever somebody does that. They may be placing that there simply to just distract your first Marine so they can get back up in your base and scout later on. Of course, that window will close once that pylon is dead, or this barracks decides to produce a second Marine, or as you'll see in just a minute, we're going to have a Marauder here. Unfortunately, ChiTaPrime is not going to take advantage of that extra scouting opportunity. He's pretty confident that he knows what's going on here. And we'll see that also he does have the SCV here. Just a little bit of extra damage, not too much. Don't want to hurt the economy by bringing out a ton of them. But you see, he did cancel the barracks, thrown down a factory, and has a second refinery capped. So he's looking to tech straight up into the 1-1-1 build. And there's the Marauder getting ready to pop right there. Now we see there is a sentry already on the way, chrono boosting out the warp gate technology. It's about 50% complete there as the second gateway is finished as well. Of course, ChiTaPrime getting out his zealot wants to assert a little bit of map control here. You see the probe is positioned nicely outside of the natural of the Terran base, able to throw down a proxy pylon. This is a good spot for it, a little bit out of the way. Of course, some people put them right here. This is a little bit more of a contended spot, obviously, because of the high yield expansion. This, not so much. 3rd and 4th gateways are going down here. Now, warp gate technology just about complete, and we're going to see the main reason why I'm making this video in just a second here. You see the starport is well on its way. Sorry, like I said, I'm kind of tired right now, so my thoughts aren't exactly going to be 100% formulated the way I would like for them to be, but we're just going to go with it here. Now, the bunker is going down at the top of the ramp. And this is not too uncommon for Terran players who are teching. A lot of times you'll actually see that a little bit earlier. Now, we see this is the main reason why this replay was so important. Patch 1.2, I'm going to pause this for a second. Patch 1.2 reduced the build time of hallucination, or the research time rather, from 110 seconds to 80 seconds. That's going to make a few more tactics viable, one of which we will see here in just a moment. So let's get this going again, and boom. This Reaper obviously just coming down here to scout out, not really meant to do any sort of economic harassment. You know, 6 minutes into the game, one Reaper, there's only so much you can do, especially at this point in the game. Now, there is a pylon going down here, and we notice hallucination is just about complete. Obviously, the Reaper is coming back up here. Now, the Terran does see this, and, you know, I'll pause it for just 1 second here as they switch off to the tech lab. The pylon's just about complete here. But obviously, you can place it a little bit farther away if you wanted to. You see the range right there. Just stretches out barely above there. But obviously, the Terran player can see it. So if you wanted to put it right here, it may be a little bit better. Obviously, it's going to depend on where the Terran player places his structures. So there's going to be that little bit of a random element here. It would be helpful to know that. But obviously, with this strategy, you can't know everything about where the buildings are going to be placed here. This is just something that happens to take place here in this game. Now the Reaper is going to come over here and damage it. Notice the Sentry right here, 99 energy, now 100, throws down a Colossus. Now this is the key point in the game right here. The Colossus gives vision to the cliff, allowing the Protoss to warp in units right here. This is really impressive, I have to say, because like I said, 30 seconds cut off of the hallucination research time allows you to get some units up here before the Banshee is out. Cloaking technology obviously not completed, and of course the Colossus is going to be able to be a, you know, it's a nice target for lower players who really just don't recognize the fact that this is a hallucination. Very threatening target indeed. Now you can see that this is pretty much going to be it for the Terran player. He had to bring his forces out of the bunkers back to the back of the base, SCVs as well, leaving the front lines completely defenseless. Very nice timing on this attack. And the tech lab is actually going to be going down very close here in just a second, as one Banshee is able to get out, but cloaking is not able to be finished. Now this is crucial. If you see that tech lab up here researching and that Banshee just popped, you got to make sure you kill that ASAP, because if cloaking researches, ChiTaPrime doesn't have squat to deal with that. No forge, no cannons, no observers, no nothing. Alright, so let's go back up here and we can witness the destruction of the Terran player. And I'm not too sure what's going on right here, but I think there was a GG from Mikhail Evil. Obviously, that was going to come sooner or later here. But anyways, I hope you guys were able to take... my voice just cracked there. I swear I hit puberty already. I hope you guys were able to take away something from this video. I do want to outline one or two things that was on ChiTaPrime's blog, kind of his thoughts about this build. Obviously, the Phoenix is able to do the same thing, but the Colossi, in his opinion, look to be a little bit more menacing. Now, keep in mind, this is based off the Google translation, which I think, you know, had some completely crazy names. I think the Cybernetics Core was called like something under Secretary. So it's really weird. I'm trying to basically just kind of best guess it here. But the Colossus was a little bit more of an intimidating target and than the Phoenix. So that's why he chose to go with that. And obviously that's going to be helpful if the Terran player does not know that that's a hallucination. So right off the bat, you know, just that couple seconds where you have the psychological advantage, oh so important. So I will actually have a link to his blog in the description below, so you can provide your own interpretations of it if you are able to read and understand Korean. And yeah, so that's going to be this video. I hope you guys were able to take something away from it. Like I said, it's not the first time that hallucination has been used to scout out the top of the ramp, but it is something that's a little bit more viable now with the 4-gate build here to counter the 1-1-1, or really anything that has a fortified Terran area right here in the front, you know, a couple bunkers, etc., and you want to get in through the backside, that's what she said, and take the enemy by surprise. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys later.